Hey guys, welcome to another recap of The Apprentice. This episode was one of the best of the season. I don't know, last week though, I was feeling like the show might as well be over because David got fired. Alright, so Anand and Clint, they got this little rivalry going on. It's a little pissing contest. So Donald calls an impromptu board meeting and he says, someone's been cheating. And it's you, Anand. Someone's been sending text messages for them to, cheat. And Anand is all like, wasn't me, didn't do it, lied right to Trumpy's face. And that is a huge no-no. Especially when Trump has got the text message in his hand and he's like, do you want me to read it? Do you want me to read it? I'm gonna read it. Alright, so it was all like, bring $50 for a pedicab ride, I'm getting close to the top, you don't know me, blah, blah, blah. Trump was pissed. And finally, Anand was like, well, nobody came. Okay, doesn't matter, you still cheated. And Anand was fired on the spot. But you know what? He had like no remorse. He just doesn't get it. He thinks it's okay because he wanted to win. You know what? Everyone wanted to win Anand. That was so cheap. I'm so glad he got kicked off the show. Alright, so Lisa is put back on the ladies team. She's with Stephanie and Poppy now. And the task this week is to create an in-store display for Kim Kardashian's new fragrance, Voluptuous. Alright, so I just find this so crazy. Alright, so the PMs are Clint and Poppy. So the ladies team, Stephanie, she's got a high opinion of herself. She thinks she's stuck with Dumb and Dumber. Well, I got news for you, Stephanie. If they're Dumb and Dumber, you're dumber. Alright, so they came up with an idea that they were going to make a life-size cutout of Kim Kardashian on a swing. Alright, might work. The men in Brandy, they wasted no time asking Brandy, what should we do? You're a woman, we're guys. And she was just like, yo guys, I'm not as feminine as the other girls. I don't know anything about being a girl. Well, Clint, he came up with the idea of having an acrylic vanity. I think he's been thinking about this before because he came up with it awful quick. I mean, he knew exactly what he wanted. He's like, I know what it's got to be. It's got to be this vanity. Okay. He and Stuart were in charge of building it. Clint was gushing like crazy over this thing when it was finally finished. It was everything he had dreamed it would be. And Brandy meets up with Ivanka. And she's like, I just know that they're going to throw me under the bus because they have this, camaraderie together and I'm the new kid on the block. Maybe it's because you didn't know what it meant to be a girl. Maybe it's just that, Brandy. I don't know. All right, so on the ladies team, Stephanie thinks Don Jr. is hot, but don't tell anyone. I can't believe I just said that on camera. Cut it. Yeah, like they're going to cut that, Stephanie? Come on. You secretly wanted him to know, didn't you? Alright, so it's no secret to Don Jr., though, that they're going to be throwing Lisa under the bus if they lose. So when they got back to the fabricators, because they totally left Lisa there, they loved what she did. But you know what? Lisa did not love what you guys did back in return. Lisa, as simple as she may be, even knew that what you came up with, those cheap feather boas and the jewels and stuff, was tacky. Alright, so it's time to make the presentations to Kim Kardashian and Mr. Perfume Mania. Alright, first of all, Kim, just because you have an ass that is a mile wide doesn't mean you can wrap a dirty brown towel around it and call it a skirt. Poppy laid on her presentation thick. She was totally starstruck. She was just like, don't you like it? But Stephanie tried to keep it more business-like. She was like, yeah, and you can take samples and blah, blah, blah. The guys, I mean, come on, they're guys. They were all drooling like crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. Kim Kardashian is a very beautiful woman. But The display that they had, I mean, it was so elegant and sophisticated, and everyone knows that Kim Kardashian is the epitome of sophisticated. I mean, come on, doesn't she have a sex tape out there? But I guess it's the most sophisticated and elegant sex tape that there was. It probably makes Paris Hilton's sex tape look crap. Alright, so she meets with Donald, and Chloe says hi. And guess what? It was awkward. Trump did a good job of smoothing it over, though. He was like, yeah, Chloe's a terrific person. She's great. Okay, so it's time for the boardroom. Clint wasted no time throwing Brandy under the bus. You knew that was going to happen. But he didn't have to, because his team won, because their display was sophisticated, even if Kim Kardashian was not. And the ladies' display, well, basically it was a homemade arts and crafts project that was tacky. Alright, so for Clint's reward, he gets to meet with Barry Sternlicht from Starwood Hotels. He's a wild and crazy guy, and Clint's gonna love him. So right away, we determined that the entire thing was Poppy's crazy teenage stupid idea of cheap boas and tacky jewels. But the only thing that they liked was the life-size Kim. And there seemed to be a little discrepancy as to who exactly came up with that idea. Poppy says it was hers, Stephanie says it was hers, and Lisa was basically like, it's Poppy's because I hate Stephanie. Okay, so bottom line is Poppy was tacky. And even though Poppy got desperate and got her back against the wall in a corner and said, you should fire Stephanie because she supported me, that argument just doesn't hold up, Poppy. I'm sorry, you're fired. Alright, so in the taxi cab ride, it was really weird. It was like, I think I might be interested in dentistry. Was it just because of the Trump's teeth? I mean, they've obviously had some braces, you know, on their teeth, and they're like perfectly straight, and it just looks really straight. And the update, though, was that Poppy is now doing muscle stem cell research. Isn't Poppy 22 years old? And I'm pretty sure she does not have a background in the medical field. How do you get to do muscle stem cell research? I don't know. It's a little weird. Next time, looks like another good episode, a 30-second commercial, and guess what? Stephanie's still a bitch. Till next week, much love.